One of the classic things to do in Girona is to go on a bike ride and, of course, stop for a delicious coffee. In this video, I'm going to spill the beans on some of the most popular cafe rides, as well as share some of my personal favourites. Hey there everyone, my name is Louise and I'm one of the founders of Eat Sleep Cycle, a bike shop and tours operator based in Girona, Spain. If you want any tips about travelling with your bike in Spain and abroad, hit the subscribe button. One ride that is a classic favourite is to ride out to Rustic in the Emporda region and to come back via Dos Kiwis. Both places are an amazing place to stop. So Rustic has specialty coffee and delicious cakes and tostadas, and you'll get a warm welcome from the owner, Albert. And then coming back through Dos Kiwis, you can relax and enjoy a delicious homemade beer. They also have great kombuchas if having a beer is a little bit too much for the ride. So my best ride recommendation is about 75 kilometers. This particular ride is on the gravel and it takes you out north from Girona by the river. You go through the Stick Farm region and then you cross all the beautiful Emporda region up to Rustic and you come back across farmlands to Dos Kiwis. So as I say, there's lots of options. This particular one is fairly flat. It's only 400 meters, which is quite good for the beer at the finish. Another place that I love to ride when I have a full day of riding ahead is out to Muma. So Muma is in the Emporda region again, and it's a place where they grow apples. So they're really well known for selling delicious apples, making perfect apple juice, and of course cider. And over the years, they've built up an incredible restaurant with an apple-themed menu. So it's really, really cool for apple cake, botifara cooked in apple, which is this weird Catalan thing that's actually quite delicious. So it's well worth a stop, but how you get there, you've got, again, lots of options. One of my favourite routes for an epic version is out over the gravel climb of Montenegro, and then you drop down and cross the Emporda through Bisbal, which is the home of pottery making, and then you're winding through medieval villages to get to your destination in Muma. And then coming back again, you can blast straight across the flat back to Selra and come round the river back to Girona. So it's a really beautiful day out on the bike. So onto a classic road route with a great coffee stop. There's an amazing route out to the Costa Brava and Platja d'Aro. My favourite way to go is out through San Andreu Salou, onto Llagostera, over San Grau and then along the coast. But you keep going after San Feliu and you get all the way to Platja d'Aro and you've got two choices of coffee stops. So the first one is La Maglia, which is perfect for specialty coffee. And the second one is really great for cake, so it's Dolce Pica. And it was really popular sort of 5 or so years ago with pros going out to get a cake off season. Coming home, you've got a lot of fun. There's a classic climb called the golf climb and it's like a wall. Really bad for coffee legs, but it gets you going again. So you climb up the wall back to the top of Romagna and you drop down to Llagostera and you can come back the way you came. And that is a very cool day out on the bike. So a lesser known coffee stop that I like to build into my rides is in La Pera. It's the local village bar and it's a tiny village just close to Monells, which lots of you probably know as a stop on the classic Els Angels Santa Pelaya route. So there's a nice easy way out, which is about 50 kilometres in total, or you can put it in as a detour to the classic Els Angels Santa Pelaya loop. La Pera is a great place to stop because it is off the beaten track and doesn't have the crowds that sometimes you find in Monells. And for me, my favourite thing is to get their special dessert of the day. When I was there last, it was this gorgeous cheesecake. They have a really great chef and it's well worth a stop on a bike ride. My final cafe ride is perfect for when you've only got an hour or two and you don't want to get too far away from home. So this route is one we use on our weekly team siesta spin. So it's out in the lanes, as we like to call them. So you ride out through San Andreu Salou and you cut across to Casa de la Selva. And in Casa, you've got this lovely, awesome little coffee shop on an industrial estate called La Antiga Fabrica. And the coffee is spectacular and it's a really great pit stop before heading home. So this coffee shop is super bike friendly. They have a great big bike rack outside and they really are ready to welcome cyclists. So if you guys are inspired and would like help with any routes or any planning a cycling trip to Girona, check out the description below. We also have a really nice blog with links to classic cycling routes in Girona, which is a great resource when you're planning your trip. So if you've liked this video and you want to hear more, please do hit that subscribe button.